Hey, good afternoon, Martin. Great for you to join us, and can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm Martin Dangerfield. I run a business called Dangerfield, cunningly enough, and I interim for people. So I go in and work with large corporates and small tech companies, looking at how they hire, what they hire, and making their process more efficient and more effective.
Great. And what? I mean, given all your domain expertise and how long that you've been doing this, what is it? What are your kind of thoughts around talent pools and how they might convert into talent pipelines and how that kind of fits in the recruitment process and the importance of it, going forward?
Well, I think it's one of those things, and we've talked about it in the past. It's becoming. I think theoretically, it's been there for a long time. We've been talking about it for a while, and yeah, we want to do this, and yeah, we want to do that. How we actually do it, I think, is becoming more and more important. I mean, for me, I want to be able to build up a conversation with candidates in the future, and then they're potential future hires at that point. They're not candidates. I want to be able to share content. I want to learn something about them, and I want them to learn something about me. And I think organisations more and more are getting around that mindset. We've talked about consumers as a candidate and candidate as a consumer, and then flip flopping between that. It's partly expectation, partly also just I want to find out more about an organisation before you get to the do you want a job or not. I want to find out what your culture's like and whether I can form part of that organisation and I've got a role to play in the future, not just now. So pipelining is much more, I guess, prevalent in the industry. Not across the board. Not everybody's doing it. Not everybody's doing it well. Some of that undoubtedly is probably to do with the tool set that's been available to them. They're traditionally using an ATS, filling it up with candidates. But it's really difficult for recruiters to then go in and do something with that. They're stuck with the cumbersome tools which don't really lend themselves to engagement. Just more, I'm going to process an applicant.
Just tell me a little bit about what kind of specifically interested you in getting involved in investing in Candidate.ID.
Candidate.ID for me is that magic moment of I've got a tool set which understands, given that I've been talking about talent pipelining and talent pools for a while, it provides that nurturing content sharing capability. I get to have a conversation at scale with a whole bunch of candidates. I can identify when they're interested and interesting. And it's before I've got to the applicant tracking systems, before I'm considering them being a candidate yet. We're still having a conversation. So I was really interested. I said, I've seen it in action. It works. So I was really interested in investing, and partly from a buyer's perspective, I want to go and buy it. But as an investment, I can see why other organisations want to get involved. So absolute no-brainer to go and do that because I can see where it scales. I can see where it bolts into that whole flow of what we're doing in candidate management.